The new movie Despicable Me 4 brings us a new adventure for Gru and his family. This time they will face a villain from the past named Maxime Le Mal, and Gru's family will face great risks. Will Gru be able to defeat Maxime? We'll find out. Today on Charlie Tells, I bring you a complete summary of the movie from beginning to end. I hope you like it. The movie begins with Gru driving at high speed in a luxurious car, standing out in the middle of traffic. This day, a reunion of villain alumni from the class of '85 is being held. As Gru gets out of the car, he is not alone. 3 minions get out of a small vehicle similar to his. Only one of them manages to get out of the car and starts making fun of his companions. Upon arriving at the event, they encounter several villains and acquaintances of Gru, creating a tense atmosphere full of past rivalries. Gru comes face to face with Maxime Le Mal, an old school rival. They start exchanging insults about each other's appearance and skills. Maxime, with his hair and elegant style, mocks Gru in front of everyone. Maxime questions how a villain with so much potential ended up like that, initiating a tense conversation. Gru responds firmly, highlighting that despite everything, he had committed many important heists, such as stealing the moon. Maxime belittles his achievement, saying it has no value since the moon went back up. Gru feels bad in front of all his old schoolmates. At that moment, the event's director announces that the Knight's Trophy will be awarded to the best student of the class of '85. The winner turns out to be Maxime Le Mal. Everyone applauds, and he, radiant with happiness, steps up to announce that he is preparing something very special that he would reveal that same day. Maxime had always been fascinated by cockroaches and discovered that they were a miracle of evolution, strong and extraordinary creatures. He showed one of his pet cockroaches and revealed his latest work. He had fused with a cockroach, achieving what he considered the perfect form. Maxime left everyone speechless and asked Gru what he would do in the face of such a presentation. Gru coldly replied that he would now be arrested. Here Gru reveals that he had long stopped being a villain and joined the Anti-Villain League, better known as AVL. Gru fights Maxime using a crystal launching gun, but Maxime's cockroach body is very powerful. Gru calls AVL agents to support him in the battle, but despite everything, Maxime is superior and defeats them with great agility, demonstrating his power. Finally, Gru takes advantage of the distraction to capture him. Maxime is arrested, while Gru mocks him. But before leaving, Maxime, full of rage, cursed him, saying he would return, and that Gru better be prepared. Upon returning home, Gru brings the groceries for the month. Lucy appears on the scene and introduces the new family member, Gru Jr. However, the baby does not have a good relationship with his father. He always looks at him in a bad way and never wants to be with him. To momentarily please him, Gru buys him a candy, but the baby doesn't like the taste. Gru, trying to calm the situation, lies to him, saying the candy is delicious. Junior, to annoy him, smears his father with the candy. Gru calls the minions to clean up the mess. They clean the baby in that comical way that is so characteristic of them. At that moment, Silas Ramsbottom knocks on the door. The minions make fun of his last name, but Silas has important news for them. Maxime Le Mal has escaped from jail. The villain left a video announcing that he would seek revenge against Gru and his family. Silas tells the family that the only option is to move to another city to hide. The girls don't take the news well, but Gru assures them they will be able to start anew wherever they go. With everything ready, the family prepares to leave. During the trip, Ramsbottom comments that they are heading to Mayflower, an extremely boring place where they will never be found. Agnes is worried about not seeing her grandmother, Uncle Drew, or Dr. Nefario again. Meanwhile, Gru's former army of minions happily travels down the highway. They annoy the bus driver a lot, who finally gets fed up and orders them to shut up. The driver, Carl, claims to be a former AVL agent and warns them to behave if they don't want to see his dark side. The minions, not caring, continue playing. At the AVL facilities, the minions work with Silas on a secret project that turns 5 minions into mega minions with superpowers. The plan works, and now there are 5 mega minions ready to carry out missions. The mega minions demonstrate their new powers and try to save people in the street. However, they can't control their powers well and end up causing destruction. Silas tells them they have failed, and for now, the project will be cancelled. Meanwhile, Maxime and his girlfriend Valentina are searching for Gru, and here the villain tells us why he hates Gru so much. It turns out that when they were kids, both participated in a talent contest, but Gru stole the song that Maxime was going to present. This filled Maxime with resentment, and he vowed that someday he would get revenge. Back with Gru's family, they arrive at Mayflower and try to adapt. Here we meet Poppy, the neighbor's daughter. She has discovered Gru's true identity and blackmails him. The young girl wants to be a villain like him, so she asks Gru to help her steal the pet from her old school. Gru and Poppy manage to infiltrate the school of villains and find the principal's office. The old lady realizes the intruders are there and tries to capture them, but they are very skillful, and after many difficulties, manage to steal the pet. Meanwhile, Lucy has her own adventure. She tries to work as a stylist, but she doesn't know anything about the job. She accidentally burns a client's hair, so she resigns and leaves. Days later, this woman seeks revenge and chases Lucy in a supermarket, but she manages to escape just in time. Days later, the school principal finds Gru's house and wants to recover her pet. She also passes the information to Maxime Le Mal so they can attack together. They both appear at the house, and the old lady tries to get her pet back. This triggers a battle inside the house. When Maxime arrives, he takes advantage of the confusion to kidnap Gru Jr. Desperate to get his son back, Gru goes after him. Poppy helps him reach Maxime, and here we have the final battle. On a construction site, Maxime's girlfriend tries to attack Gru with a giant cockroach robot, but unknowingly, she destroys the floor she is standing on, so the robot falls by itself from the heights. Meanwhile, Lucy contacts the AVL to report the situation. Silas immediately calls the Mega Minions to return and help Gru. The Mega Minions are spread around the world on vacation, but when they see Silas's call, they immediately rush to Mayflower. Back with Gru, now it's just a one-on-one battle between him and Maxime. The villain has turned Gru Jr. into a cockroach and controls his mind to attack Gru. Our hero is about to lose, but at the last moment, he speaks to his baby, telling him he loves him no matter what happens. These words make Gru Jr. react, who rebels against Maxime and attacks him. This gives Gru time to recover and defeat Maxime with a good hit. Maxime falls defeated from the building and ends up in the middle of the street. Despite everything, Maxime still has the strength to fight, but just in time, the Mega Minions appear, who use their powers to capture him and lock him in prison. With Maxime in prison, Gru's family can return to their old home. Here, Dr. Nefario uses his technology to return Gru Jr. to normal. The family is safe and can now live peacefully. However, Gru has one last thing to do. He goes to the prison to talk to Maxime and make peace. They both agree that the best way to settle things is a singing competition. They give a concert in the prison while the inmates dance. Here we can see villains from previous movies like Vector, El Macho, and Balthazar Brat. Everyone happily shares the concert. Maxime and Gru make peace, and everything is resolved. The movie concludes with the family enjoying a well-deserved rest in their new home, knowing that no matter what challenges they face, they can always count on the support and unconditional love of their family and minion friends. And that is the summary of the movie. That's all for today. If you liked the video, you would help me a lot by leaving a like. That would be legendary. Also remember to subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos about your favorite movies. Thanks for listening. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.